Right, Potage Paysanne is a vegetable broth soup. So in here I've got peelings of my carrot, peelings of my shallots. Michael, be quiet.
I'm telling him not to fry stuff.
Carrot peelings, carrot offcuts, top and tail, and I've got some mushroom peelings in there, okay? So what we're going to do, it's about different cuts of vegetables. So the shallots need to be finely diced, which is called what? What's the proper name for fine dice? Begins with a B. Yes, brunoise. Okay? So it needs to be nice and fine. Now with all these peelings in here, I'm going to cover them with water. I'm going to bring it up to a gentle boil and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. And then pass it, and that's going to be the stock for our soup. So it doesn't need to be dark, it's just a nice thick, light soup, light coloured stock. Right, with carrot, cut it in half, and then you want to take the edges off, so that way it won't roll around when you're trying to cut it. Now these bits here, cut them into julienne, which is nice thin strips, and then do the same for this bit here, so cut them into nice thin pieces, and then again, thin strips, okay? What else we got? Mushroom, a crescent, it's called a crescent because it's like a moon shape. Same with the celery, cut it through nice and carefully, don't put a load of pressure on. So you get nice crescent shapes. Your celery, same thing again, nice thin pieces. In about 3 weeks today, you'll be doing these 2 dishes we've done this afternoon, as well as an omelette and a mushroom risotto, all in one go for assessment. So it's 4 assessment dishes in one. So we'll be doing the other 2, not next week, but the week after. So it's all about getting the knife cuts right, getting the stock made nicely. For the tomato, we're going to do what's called tomato concasse. Concasse means finely chopped. So the tomato core is going to go on the stock. Now the tomato only goes in the soup at the end with the mushrooms. Again, it's just fine dice. What you want to do now is get all the cuts done, and then your swede is the last one you're going to do. So remove the core. Do not put that into your stock. It's starchy and it'll make your stock go cloudy, and it'll have a really bitter taste to it because the skin is horrible. So with the swede, quarter of a swede each. What we're going to do, just cut them into squares, like so. So you've got fine dice, shallots, tomatoes, julienne carrots, crescents of celery and mushrooms, and your squares of swede. The main part of the soup is the stock. Okay? Right, you only want a little bit of oil in your pan. Too much oil and then you'll have a greasy top on your stock, on your soup, end product, and that's horrible. Okay? Come on, heat up. So, while that's heating up, the vegetables that take the longest to cook, so I'm just going to sweat them off to get some flavour out of them before we add the stock. Okay, sizzling already. So onions and carrots. Some pinch of salt. So you want to keep them moving so they're sweating. Thank you, James. There's a bit of salt in there, just to help bring moisture out, help them cook. You don't want to fry them, you just want to sweat them. Once they're starting to cook, then it's the celery. And then your sweet's going to go in. So it's roughly a litre of stock that's in there. And it should be nice, light, almost crystal clear stock. Just going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. If any scum or anything comes up the top, then I'll skim that off. And then right at the end, just before I serve it, is when I put the mushrooms and tomato in, ladle it into there, so it looks like that, and a bit of chopped parsley on top. That is it, okay? It is that easy.